Hello my friends, welcome back to Keto and the Chaos. On this channel, I have been sharing how I lost 200 pounds using diet alone, and now I am sharing how I am getting by on maintaining my weight, dealing with weight gain, and just basically sharing my life on this long time journey of weight loss. So if that's what you're looking for, don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the bell for more videos like this one to inspire you to get started.
Catching on like a wildfire, feeling for a brand new start. Rain is gone, now it's so much brighter. A new song in my heart.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I am so glad that you stopped to check in on me on week 9 of my 2024 summer keto weight loss journey, whatever it is. I wouldn't call it a cut because I can't quite get to cutting macros. I have been doing the best I can, but this summer I haven't been able to do it. And it's a mental game, and that's what we're all playing. But you know what? This is a long-term thing, this weight loss. I mean, I am turning 50 this year, and I got a lot of years still ahead of me to keep going. So I'm not stressing over trying to lose weight super quickly. I'm just trying to figure out how to live happily every day whilst mitigating the weight gain and trying to keep it as even as it can possibly be. So if you're new here, I have been on this journey since 2017. I initially lost over 200 pounds using just a high protein, low calorie ketogenic diet. My sweet spot has always been about 130 grams of protein and 50 to 78 grams of fat per day and under 20 net carbs. And I've always done net carbs. I've never checked for ketones. I don't care about all of that ketosis stuff other than the symptoms of keeping me from being hungry and, you know, helping me stay like less retaining water. So those are the two things that I appreciate the most about the ketogenic diet. I don't feel like it's the end-all be-all diet for every person that ever lived. Obviously, any way you can get into some kind of caloric deficit is the way that you should do for you. And as you can see, I've been doing this since 2017. That has been 7 years, which is crazy. And I'm just still trying to figure out how I can eat to be mentally healthy and happy due to my ADHD issues, and also how I can keep myself from getting too much weight back. So that's kind of where I'm at with my life. In these videos, I like to share a lot of things. It's not just about weight loss. I share all what's going on in my life currently, because the things that are going on in my life currently are, of course, way more interesting than how much I weigh today. I'm sorry, but they are. And also kind of shows you like what I'm dealing with on the daily basis. I am almost 50, but I am in no way nearing empty nest situation. I have 9 kids. My oldest is 28 and my youngest is 8 years old. I am homeschooling one of them this year only, and I have been homeschooling them all through the years. Most of my kids are now adults. My 18-year-old and up are all no longer in school with me or whatever, and my 16-year-old and 14-year-old are in public school. My 8-year-old is in micro school this year, and my 11-year-old is homeschooling. So it is kind of crazy around here. My kids are all involved in competition dance, and even my 18-year-old is currently on a trip that he has been on all summer. I've been sharing little clips of his trip. He has been in France all week at this insane, festival that was 7-day long, and he has shared all of 0 videos about that festival with me. So I don't even know if there's going to be anything in this. He is coming back tomorrow, so I might be able to steal some videos off his phone when he gets home. I'm hoping that the reason he hasn't shared is just because he's been too busy, not because he didn't take videos. What is going on? They have a hugest group for this France group, like 20 some odd kids, and nobody's posting any videos. So I'm hoping that when they get back to the States, they're just gonna video dump, and I'll be able to find some stuff for you guys to see. So he's currently in France. He is in Paris as of now, and he is now no longer doing his dance thing. He is touring Paris, and yes, the Olympic rings are still lighting up at night, all glittery and beautiful at night in Paris. So that's kind of exciting. That's something that even if you go to Paris another time, you wouldn't see. Stuff like that. The Olympics are over and the Paralympics have not started, so I guess it's a good time to go. Though he did send me a picture of himself trying to see the Mona Lisa, and there's 5 billion people, and the Mona Lisa is in the very background looking like a little tiny postage stamp, and he's like, she's in there, you know, I'm in the Louvre. Anyway, it was pretty funny. So I did get a few pictures of him in Paris, but not anything from the actual festival, which is weird because he's been sharing a lot this summer. This will be like week 6 of his Europe trip. He has been doing all kinds of stuff, and this morning we found out that he received his mission call for our church. He's going to be going on a 2-year mission. So this afternoon we are going to find out where he gets to go. All of us, of course, are kind of hoping for Europe, since it seems to be his happy place, but it could literally be anywhere in the world, including in the States. So we won't know, and it's very exciting until this afternoon. So I'll have to let you guys know next week what happened with that. Okay, so that's it for the beginning of this video. I'm going to go ahead and show you all of the weigh-in clips from this week. I didn't do any extra exercise. I didn't get in the pool. I just didn't feel like it. And I am going to, maybe if there's any clips I can get before I have to make this video, I will try and stick those in there if there's anything cool from France. And then we'll come back and we'll talk about the calories. Good morning, it's time to go to school. First day. I'll look off into the future, look off into the distance and say, what am I gonna do with my life? You're walking like an old man. I don't have keys. Begins to rain. I will come and get you and drive you to school later after your church class. Have a good day.
Photo with the group on the on that walking bridge right after. Okay, well, Brandon's gonna tell you.
to film at the Eiffel Tower.
So happy. I want to have some photos. How many channels like? Yeah.
All right, so there you have it. The scale was nice to me this week, which is nice. I mean, I didn't really have a lot going on physically. I did have some things going on emotionally. I didn't know if I was going to talk about it in this video, but I might. A friend of mine from high school passed away this weekend. He was a longtime watcher of this channel and really, really worked hard on the keto diet, and he lost a lot of weight. His mom lost a lot of weight. His wife lost a lot of weight. And I think he was kind of hoping that the keto diet would keep his cancer at bay. And sadly, that's not what the keto diet does. I know that there's books out there that claim that that's what it does. It is not a cure for cancer. And he invited me to visit him, and it ended up being the very last day he was on this earth, which was kind of emotional for me because, we haven't really connected a lot over the years, but it just meant a lot to him to have me come and visit him. He feels like he knows me really well because of these videos, and I appreciate that. It was kind of a moment that I've never participated in. I've never really been by someone's side at their last hours, and it was very spiritual and it was very humbling. And I was able to tell him the keto diet is not going to cure cancer, and you do not need to feel guilty. It seemed like he felt bad, like he didn't do a good enough job with it, and that's why he had the cancer. And cancer is just evil. We just really don't have any answers, and it kind of broke my heart that he thought that. I really hope maybe I misunderstood, and that maybe that's not what he was saying to me. People, when they're kind of in and out like that, I mean, maybe it doesn't really have anything to do with it. I'm not exactly sure what he was trying to convey when he was telling me that. I hope he wasn't feeling bad that he somehow didn't do good enough with the keto diet, because that's just so not what this channel is about. But it was a really spiritual experience, and he did end up passing away later that night, and my heart goes out to his lovely wife, Shalene. Shalene, if you're watching this, I love you, and I am so sorry for you losing your dear husband. That's just, I can't imagine. I don't know what would happen to me. I can barely adjust to life on a daily basis when everything is going well and nice things are happening in my life. If something hard happens, I'm really scared of how I would handle it. In fact, after we left the hospital, it was actually the next day, I was just having a really hard time. I wasn't really eating. I don't know. I just was really emotionally bereft inside. And I decided that it may be a good idea to go out to a movie to try and get myself moving again, because I didn't want to sink into any kind of depression. I just can't right now do that. I've got too many kids relying on me. And so we went out to a movie. And on the way there, we stopped and got some wings. When they brought me the wings, they had sauce on them. And I prefer the sauce on the side because I like to determine the amount of sauce that I put in my mouth at a time. I like to have a good sauce to ranch ratio. And I don't like it to be too spicy, but I like it to be spicy enough. And when they put the sauce on the actual wings, it's too messy. It gets all over my hands. It bothers me. And instead of it being a nice experience, because I love to eat wings, it becomes a stressful experience. I feel bad. I feel guilty also because I don't want to ask for my wings to be remade. I don't want to wait for them to be remade. It's annoying. I don't like to be that person that is complaining, but I also couldn't eat them because I was already on such a high level of anxiety and stress and just not feeling right inside my body that the thought of eating those was literally going to make my life more difficult. And I'm sitting there at dinner and explaining this to my husband. And he says something to me that he'd never really said before, but made me feel really validated. He said to me, he's like, I can't remember the words because I'm so bad with remembering things, but it was basically along the lines of, I don't think I could handle living like that. Having all of those things bother me. And it was like really eye-opening. It was like in that moment, I felt seen. Like he really understands that I'm not like making it up, that everything I do in my entire life is hard. Every single thing. It is so hard to explain to other people because they just see me being happy-go-lucky Tammi, and I'm always doing stuff, and I'm helping, and I'm doing the dance mom thing, and I'm doing all my things. But when it comes to doing every little thing, like such small things can be monumental and cause me so much stress in my life that they make everything harder to do. And it was like so nice to hear my husband of 30 years finally going, wow, that really sucks. That really sucks to be you. And feel like actually understood. And it was like he understood it a little. And it is such a hard thing to explain to people and have them even care or understand. And that's like all the time people are like, just try carnivore. Your whole life will be fixed if you try carnivore. I bet you think that those of you who think that carnivore will fix my ADHD and my whatever problems I have that are making my life so hard and my anxiety level that's high and all of these things that you think it's going to fix, you're probably the ones who are out there telling poor guys who have cancer that if they do the carnivore diet, they'll get better. Stop it. You need to stop it. Stop doing that. It's not true. And also, it's not going to fix anything that has to do with me because the stress of even just like changing everything to that, having to think that hard, having to find foods that don't irritate me, that I can eat all the time, that I don't have to cook all the time, but I also can't eat leftovers. And like, there's just so many things that I'm dealing with inside this brain that will make that impossible for me. That is just like rude. It's rude. Especially the people who come on here and just like be like, you just to you because you obviously are useless. You're hopeless because you're never going to do what I think you should do because you're just going to like live and be fat and just ugly and blah, blah, blah. People say the rudest things on here and it's stupid. It's stupid. You don't live in here. You have no idea what I'm doing on a daily basis. I do share a lot here, and I think I share even more now because I'm like, people really need to get that weight loss is complicated. And there are so many factors at play for so many people. It's not just about emotional eating. It is so much more involved than that. There's so much more to it. And you know, you need to take your judgy pants off. And if you can't take your judgy pants off and you still want to watch my channel, then you need to just your lips. Because I'll tell you what, if you judgy pants down here in my comment section, you're going to be ousted real quick because I don't have time for you in my life. I don't care. You don't need to be here then. You don't understand. I'm not going to help you. Now, if you want to go back and watch my like hyper-focus ADHD, losing weight, I knew everything about keto videos, those might help you. But this right here, which we're doing now, this long-term maintenance, dealing with weight regain, trying to just be accepting of myself and like deal with my daily life in a way that is healthy. If that's not your cup of tea, like just don't stay anything. Like don't stay. Goodbye. Go away. Unsubscribe. I don't care how many subscribers I lose. I don't care about that. I don't care. So I hope I lose a lot of subscribers from that comment alone. Anyway, let's go into the calories for the week. 1282, 1970, 1392, 1832, 2273, 1528, and 1751 for an average of 1718, which was down 56 calories from last week. Nice. My proteins were only 157, which is low. I like it to be 10% in grams of my calories. So it should have been 172. It was only 157, but you know what? That's a Built Bar. Maybe I should have eaten one more. My carbs were at 38, which is 8 higher than I like to be. I really do best in 30 or less, but I was in ketosis almost the entire week until I did the popcorn at the movies. So I was proud of myself this week. This was the longest I've stayed in ketosis since I started. And if you're wondering how I know I'm in ketosis without testing, well, that's just because I know what my body feels like when it's in ketosis. That's all I can give you. There's tons of videos on my channel about how to get into ketosis fast and whatever. So, go watch that if you want to know. And my fats were 85, which is on the high end for weight loss. So not a bad week. I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm excited about what's to come, and you know what? It might be boring, but it is what my life is. We're starting homeschool back up this week. All my kids are back in school. Our new dance schedule is starting up this week. Lots of changes. I don't do well with changes, so we'll see how it goes. Transitions are not my forte. But you know what? Once we get into the groove, everything is going to be fine. So hopefully this week I won't be completely emotionally unstable. Crossing my fingers. Can't wait to see my son. Can't wait to see him open his mission call tonight. So many exciting things. It's a good life, guys. It's a good life. And weight loss is literally this much of it. Basically nothing. All right. I totally never did measurements or 360. So if you were here for that, sorry. There's not going to be one. And thank you for watching. We'll talk to you all, hopefully, soon.